Hello and welcome to today's sessions. Today we are going to look at fallacies in academic writing. My name is Mr. David Oite Ojok. As academicians, there are always fallacies that we always commit. So I want us to help ourselves and really look at, identify the fallacies that we are likely to commit in our academic writing, and we do away by as we do our writings. So, by definitions, we know that fallacy or academic fallacies are common errors in academic reasonings that will undermine the logic of the arguments. So, any argument and any error that we always make in our writing is actually termed as fallacies. So now, the first fallacy that we are going to talk about is actually what we call affirming the consequence. Affirming the consequence. Now, we are going to have an argument. When we talk of an argument, we refer to a block of statements that have two premises and a conclusion. So we are going to have this argument, if A, then B. In this statement, or in this part of the argument, it is called a hypothetical statement or a conditional statement. This conditional statement links A and B. Now, we are trying to say that in the second premises, the premise we are talking of B. If A, then B. We are affirming B. Therefore, it is A. We are saying this one is fallacious because, okay, before maybe we can look at why it is fallacious. This statement, if A then B, we have two components. A is actually what we call the precedent, and B is actually what we call the consequence. So we are trying to affirm the consequence. We are trying to affirm B. We are saying B. So we have affirmed the consequence, and therefore we are making a conclusion that it is A. Now, this one is fallacious. Let us look at an example that can affirm that we are committing a fallacy. For example, we have a statement here. We have two premises and a conclusion. So the first statement reads, if I am in Dar es Salaam, then I am in Tanzania. The second statement says, I am in Tanzania. Then the conclusion will, of course, have to come as, therefore, I am in Dar es Salaam. Now, we are saying this is a fallacious kind of statement. Why? We have given an example here. In this statement, we are saying someone can still be in Kahama, not in Dar es Salaam, but still in Tanzania. It is not a necessity that if you are in Tanzania, then you are in what? Dar es Salaam. So, in this case, we are taking this one to be a fallacy. We look at the second example. The second example of fallacy in academic writing is actually what we call denying the antecedent. Just like I said earlier on, we have in a statement like this, if A then B, A is actually what we call the antecedent and B is what we call the consequence. So now, if we deny the antecedent, it means we are trying to negate it or make it negative. So now in this statement, we are saying if A, then B. Not A. We are denying the antecedent, not A. Therefore, not B. Now, this one is actually logically correct, but it is a fallacy in the sense that if A, then B, not A, therefore B. Let us look at an example. An example on this is if you have this statement, if you get hit by a car when you are 6, then you will die young. That is the first premise of this block of propositions. The second premise is you were not hit by a car when you were 6. Therefore, you will not die young. But now, we are saying this is a fallacy because you could be hit by a train, but not a car, when you are even 7, and still you would die. So the fact is you have died young in this case. You have not died all. So, to avoid such fallacies, what do we need to do? Always when you are encountered by a conditional statement, as a rule, you always have to affirm the antecedent and deny the consequence. You have to affirm the antecedent and deny the consequence. Now, we know that if we have a set of, like for example, a statement which is hypothetical, like the first one here, which says, if I am in Dar es Salaam, then I am in Tanzania. The first one to come is actually what we call the antecedent. And after the comma, we get the consequence. So now we are saying as a rule, we have to affirm the antecedent. So now if you are to affirm this one, it means we are going to say in the second premise, like I am in Dar es Salaam, we have affirmed. Therefore, I am in Tanzania. So this one becomes actually a logical statement which is not having any fallacy. In this case, you have to ensure that the first statement that you are giving is correct, is logically correct. You cannot say, if I am in Tanzania, then I'm in Dar es Salaam. That one, remember, Dar es Salaam is a subset of Tanzania. So we have to actually take that. Considering the second example, we are going to deny the consequence. It reads, if you get hit by a car when you are 6, then you will die young. So we are going to deny the consequence. So you did not die young. So if you did not die young, therefore, you were not hit by a car when you were 6 years, of course. So now, these are the examples that actually affirm for us the rules of correct writing, logical writing, without any kind of fallacy. So that is all. We are going to look at assignment that you are going to try. In the assignment, you are going to use whatever approach you feel is good for you, whether verbally, in writing, or otherwise, to actually make an argument that is invalid in that case. And you have to convert it to a valid argument. That is going to bring us to the end of our discussion today. Thank you for listening.